Hello, hope everybody is doing great today. Our second lesson that we're going to be reviewing is on customary units of capacity. Capacity is referring to volume. So we're going to be learning about cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. Now you notice I said customary. This is the way we describe the amount of liquid in the United States or America. I'll be teaching the metric version, which is liters and so forth, later on, and you'll get that lesson as well. So customary is cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. And if we really want to go small, we go with ounces too. So before we get started in this lesson, let me give you some perspective of what a cup is. A simple coffee cup. It's 8 ounces. A cup is 8 ounces. You say, Mr. Neva, what is 8 ounces? Well, this is what an ounce looks like. If I fill this up about 3/4 of a way, I could pour 8 of these in here and we would have 1 cup. We're not going to worry about ounces for a while. Okay, we're going to stick with our cups. Now, we're going to move up to pints. This is about a pint, and we've all seen this before. You could fill 2 cups up, and you would have 1 pint. So 1 pint is equivalent to 2 cups. Now we're going to go up from there. This is a quart. You guys have seen me drink many of these in the classroom, and many of these. This is a quart. So this is a pint, and there's 2 pints to a quart. You could pour 2 of these in here, and we'd have 1 quart. And then finally, we have our big gallon jug. Most of you guys have seen this of a gallon of milk, or maybe you've seen it a gallon of water, a gallon of bleach. Now, this is our next customary standard of capacity or volume, the biggest one that we're going to learn today, gallons. It would take 4 quarts, 1, 2, 3, 4, to fill up this gallon. So that is what we are going to be talking about today, customary units of capacity. And let's just take a look at this, how it looks on paper. One second, you guys. Okay, so let's take a look and see this on paper. We notice the smallest customary unit of capacity or volume, liquid, is 1 cup. You guys saw what that looked like. 1 pint is the next smallest. That's our water bottles that we're used to drinking out of. That is equal to 2 cups. Then the next larger one is 1 quart, which equals 2 pints and also 4 cups. Then the largest one that we're going to learn about today is our 1 gallon unit of capacity, which equals 4 quarts, 8 pints, and 16 cups. These are our customary units of capacity. Now what we're going to do is we are going to use the same rule that we learned about the customary units of length when we convert and we compare the different size units. So we want that rule, if you remember, we want to take the larger unit and then compare it to the smaller unit. For example, let's say we're going to compare 3 quarts to, oh, let's just go, I'll make it simple, 30 cups. Is 3 quarts less than, equal to, or greater than 30 cups? Well, I know just by looking up here, 1 quart equals 4 cups. So I'm going to say 3 quarts right here times 4 cups equals 12 cups. Now I could put this 12 cups right up here. 12 cups. Now I can see that 12 cups is obviously going to be less than 30 cups. So 3 quarts, since that is equivalent to 12 cups, is less than 30 cups. Remember, you take your larger units, you find out what you're comparing it to. Here we are comparing it to cups. I come up to our sheet up here, and you guys should write that down, the sheet down. I believe it's also in your book. 1 quart equals 4 cups. So when we compare 3 quarts, we can go 3 quarts times 4 cups equals 12 cups. This is our inequality. Let's do one more. And I think this one is I'll just choose one from your book. Yes, I'll give you guys a freebie. So it says, what is 12 gallons equal to in quarts? 12 gallons is equal to how many quarts? So I need to convert the bigger unit of capacity into a smaller unit of capacity. So how many quarts are in a gallon? Let me take a look at our sheet here. We have 4 quarts in a gallon. So I'm going to go 12 gallons times the 4 quarts that are in a gallon equals 48 quarts. 48 quarts. Final answer. Once again, you should have this, and you're going to need to learn this by memory. But for right now, when you do your work, make sure you have this written out, just like you had your inches, feet, yards, and miles written out. That way you can see what you're comparing it to. Okay, I'm going to pause this for 1 second, and then we're going to get back to what some of you may have found challenging. Others of you probably found pretty challenging too. So I saw several different submissions. Some of you guys got it right. Many of you left out a few steps, but let's do this one together and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, what we're going to do right now is we're going to move over to question number 17 in your lesson. That was page 488 on lesson 13.2. So we're going to move to question 17. You guys should have all seen this before because this was assigned yesterday. Let's do it together as a classroom family. Sense, or make sense and persevere. Annabelle had the following containers of paint left, or left over. She had 1 gallon or 1/2 gallon, 3/4 of a quart, and 1/4 of a gallon. How many quarts of paint does Annabelle have left over? So I'm going to underline how many quarts, because it's not asking for gallons. It's not asking for gallons and quarts, gallons and cups. It's asking for quarts, period. So I know that looking at my sheet right here, 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So let's take this one step at a time. I'm going to say for the first one, so we are looking at 1/2 gallon. How many quarts does 1/2 gallon equal? We're going to say 1/2 gallon times 4 whole quarts. This is my gallon right here, and my quarts. We know we multiply our numerators, 4, multiply our denominators, we get 2 equals how many 2's can we get out of a 4? We can get 2 2's. 2 plus 2 is 4. So we can get 2 quarts. I'm just going to say 2 quarts, QTS, out of 1/2 gallon. So we know that 1/2 gallon equals 2 quarts. What's our next one? Oh, it's wonderful. They gave us 3/4 of a quart. We don't have to do any conversion there. So we have 2 quarts, and now we have, that's our first, our second one is we have 3/4 quarts. And then finally, we look at 1/4 gallon. So I'm going to go over here once again. I see that 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So I'm going to multiply 1/4, and this is going to be our gallon, times 4 full quarts, because there are 4 quarts in a gallon. Let's multiply our numerators, 4. Denominators, 4. How many 4's can we get out of a 4? That's right, 1. So we have 1 quart here. So now what I need to do, those are the 3 containers that she had left over. We have 2 quarts, we have 3/4 of a quart, and we have 1 quart. So I need to add all these together. 2 plus 3/4 plus 1. And what do we add first? We are going to add our fractions, and I only see 1 fraction there. So I see that is 3/4. Cross that out now. 2 plus 1 is 3. So I look at the question again. How many quarts of paint does Annabelle have left over? After showing our work right here, let me see it so you guys, zoom out so you guys can all see it. She has 3 3/4 quarts. QRTS. FA. Final answer. So again, the biggest takeaway for this lesson, look what I had to do here. I had to do 3 different steps. Actually 4 when I added them all together. Is you convert your larger unit of volume, into your smaller unit of volume, and then you compare them after you converted. So in that case, we converted gallons into quarts. So I had a certain number of gallons on one side and a certain number of quarts on another. And that's what I want you guys to do for every question. And it's the same principle, the same underlying message that I wanted you guys to pick up yesterday. So what we'll do is I'll post this right here. I'll look for your feedback tomorrow, and any questions that you may have, we'll review. And I look forward to seeing everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.